This comic book right here changed the landscape of the 1980s. In 1984, the Ninja Turtles comic book released. It was dark, violent, adulterated, but it opened the door for the existence of one of the greatest cartoons of all time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's take a look back. In 1987, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon released to the public for millions who watched every Saturday morning, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. Just like any other cartoon, or let's say professional wrestling programming was very popular back in the day, you would get merchandise and action figures galore. Eventually you had stuff like Halloween costumes, and that's only fitting for this month. Because, back in the day I actually had a Ninja Turtle Halloween costume. I'm pretty sure that back in the day, let's say 1989 to 1991, Ninja Turtles Halloween costumes were probably one of the most popular Halloween costume choices for boys. Now the video games that I'm going to be covering are only the 8-bit and 16-bit games. Now before I focus on those, let's take a look at some LCD handhelds. I'm just going to do this pretty much as a bonus. Well, I have really no way of playing these games, but let's take a look at some images of them, what they looked like. Konami actually released, to my surprise, I thought they only released 2 Ninja Turtle handheld games, but apparently there's 4. I owned the first one and I played the hell out of it. I do remember that. It took like 2 AA batteries, I believe, and it had this one single backdrop and then the liquid crystal image coming up on the screen. It was not really a great game, but it was definitely one of the more popular LCD games from back in the day, and it was actually pretty fun to play, but it was very, very difficult. And I guess they even made a basketball Ninja Turtles game that was a Konami LCD handheld, and I believe there was even a Tiger Electronic Turtle handheld game as well, which I never actually played that. Pretty sure it's not quite as good as the Konami one. So here we are playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES, the first game that released on the NES in 1989. No, I'm not going to really do any review on this, but we're just going to pretty much take a quick look at it. We have a really cool introduction here where you have a little teeny turtle that turns into a large turtle. You have Leonardo, and look at this. Bam! Check that out. Raphael. Yeah, if you want to see a good review on this game, you probably want to check out Angry Video Game Nerd. As you can tell, this game is not really the greatest, but... Wait, what the hell is that? What? I just got ran over by a street sweeper, what the hell? Got caught. More like got squashed. Probably got killed, got ran over, man. What the hell are you talking about? Alright. So, yeah, there's absolutely no way that you're going to be able to walk in that direction, because as soon as you walk over here, that thing comes... And it's very hard to get away from that thing. The street sweeper from hell. So yeah, you have to go down this manhole cover right here into the sewer. It's basically where the turtles live. Let's see if we can jump over here. Oh, crap. We have to beat the crap out of these little lobster-looking things. They look like lobsters. What the hell are they doing in the sewer? Then we have to somehow jump across over here. But we can't because it wouldn't make too much sense. Alright, so if we try to jump across over here, like any normal person would, right away that frickin' lobster-looking thing appears, and what the hell is that thing? Mosquito. You try it again, and then it appears again, so you have to like jump back to the platform here, and then you have to try to jump across, and what the hell? If you hold the jump button down, he actually flips. Let me try something here. What happens if you... Oh, okay, so... If you jump from over here, you can make it up there. That's something? Boy, that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, so yeah, this game's not exactly the greatest. Instead, it's one of the perkiest. Pretty much a simple platformer. Let's check out what we can do here. Maybe there's another area that we can go to. Get out of here. What the hell is that thing? Got some crazy Allah Akbar motherfucker driving that thing. Get away from me now. Oh, I got ran over. And got beat up by the Foot Clan at the same time, so it was pretty much, yeah. And then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2, the arcade game. This was definitely a pretty big improvement over the first game. As you can see here, this is the computer playing it with Atari 2600 sound effects. Better graphics, better fire. And definitely has better gameplay, so check this out. You get to pick whichever turtle you want. Let's pick one out. Pick one out, goddammit! And before you even start the game, you have a really, really cool introduction right here. That's actually awesome. Check that out. You have the cool Ninja Turtle music. You know, buildings can't stay on fire for long before they start collapsing. Got about maybe an hour or so. So the Foot Clan is coming after the turtle right here, and you have to pretty much kick their ass. You have to take... What the hell? That was a freaking vicious punch. He punched me across the freaking screen. You saw that? You got the fire right here. Everything's on fire. Get the marshmallows. Busting out a door that apartment's on fire too. What the hell's going on here? The whole building's on fire. Might blow the whole building up if I fart. Which beat everybody up. Yeah, this is much better than the last game. Whoa, what the hell's that? A bunch of balls just came out. Look at those big balls. What the hell? Yeah, honestly, when I had NES back in the day, I had the third Ninja Turtle game for NES, but I never had the first and second. Which is good. Too many balls. Nowadays, I have all three. Actually, there's four Nintendo... there's actually four Ninja Turtle games on the NES, not one or two or three. There's actually four. The fourth one is actually a fighting game. I know how to count. Yeah. Foot Clan, get hit by... come on, get hit by the ball. What the hell? Almost got hit by the ball. There's a lot of balls in this game. Look at that sign, it says Pizza Hut. So, behind this store right here, there's a Pizza Hut. That's really, really early product placement. How about that? That's pretty cool. Check that out. What the hell? Pizza Hut's burned into the ground. Alright, now we're in a different stage. Interesting that they used Pizza Hut in the games. They used Domino's in the movie. There, that looks like April right there. Let's get the hell out of here. Just gotta walk right over to that door right there and we're all... What the hell is that? It's a giant metal dick coming out of the floor. What the hell is that? The metal dick has an electric sliding door. Oh, man. Rocksteady has arrived. What the hell? Oh, you kicked me in the face. Rocksteady is one of Shredder's big fat bitches. This is a really, really cool boss level. How do you kill this big fat rhino? Look at this. I keep hitting him. What the hell? He keeps kicking me in the head. Now April's over there almost pissing herself. What the hell? A very colorful ColecoVision game over screen. That's the only thing that sucks about old Nintendo games is that you get a... Well, actually you have a continue screen right here, so we can keep going. But where the hell does it starts us over... Let's see. At the beginning of the stage. Who the hell wants to... Let's check out the third Ninja Turtle game. And here we have Ninja Turtles 3. The Manhattan Project, and the introduction is the best right here. This is my favorite. Bam! Look at that. This game is definitely one of my favorite NES games, and definitely my favorite Ninja Turtle game. Check out the introduction right there. Manhattan Project, Ninja Turtles Part 3. Let's check this out. So you pick your turtle right here. You get Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello. You pick Donatello just for the hell of it. You see the turtles are on vacation right here. I mean, this is a great start to a turtle game right here. This is awesome. It's like The Hangover, but with Ninja Turtles. And we're on the beach. Let's go kick some ass. And the music is really cool. Donatello just woke up and he doesn't know where the fuck he is. So let's kick some ass. And right away, you can just, instead of being hit by balls like in the last game, you can actually hit in the balls. Like, yeah, take your stick. Bam! Take that, you son of a bitch. Yeah, how you like that? Man, this might be the first video game where you can actually beat someone's balls into their body. Yeah, this game is one of my favorites. So yeah, check that. I always found it to be comical that you can actually do this. Like, what the hell? You can, yeah, what? If you're sand in my eyeballs, son of a bitch. If you push A and B together, you can actually do special moves. Stop it! Let me see if I can pull it off. You little bastard. Your ninja stars. Yeah, just like that. How you like that? That was a field to get fucked up by a turtle. Cowabunga, bandejo. But yeah, I had the NES for a long time, and I played the hell out of this. This game's pretty awesome. In fact, it is my favorite beat-em-up game on the NES. It's definitely a classic. The best Ninja Turtle game on the 8-bit consoles, and the best, in my opinion, altogether. But that's my opinion. Let's check out the 16-bit games. Oh, but wait, we have one more 8-bit game. So here we have Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters on the NES, which I honestly Never played on the NES. I don't remember playing this at all on the NES. And I believe this came out after, let me see. Yeah, this came out after the Manhattan Project. Came out in 93. So this game came out on Genesis, Super Nintendo, and the NES. It's interesting. And we have Shredder right there. It looks like he's about ready to stab somebody with his claws. He's pissed off. And you can see the title screen actually looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like Street Fighter. Alright, so you have all the turtles over here. You have Casey, which is like the hockey player guy. You have that guy right there, and you have Shredder. Not exactly, almost looks like Splinter. But it's not, I don't think. Let's see if we can pick somebody right here, and for the hell of it, we'll pick Splinter. Or Shredder, that is. Look, there's different levels you can choose as well. It's definitely a fighting game. There wasn't really too many fighting games on the NES. This might be interesting. Why is the Ninja Turtle logo green, but the turtle itself is not green? What the fuck? See how this plays out. Well, of course I'm gonna lose. Look at me, I'm a fucking turtle and I'm pale. I have pale turtle skin. I'm not even green. I'm freaking turquoise. There's clearly some sort of health problem going on here. That's a blatant Street Fighter ripoff right there, you can tell. And I just got freaking destroyed. I would have died anyways if I stood still, because I'm not taking in enough oxygen. Look at my skin color. The palest turtle on the fucking planet. So I guess for whatever it's worth, I mean, I'm not going to spend too long on this game. Not a big fan of it. But yeah, I guess for NES standards, it's okay. It's not bad. But I would definitely play Manhattan Project, the third Nintendo Turtles game, over this one. I think that game is awesome. Oh, now the turtle's green. Look at that shit. What the hell? And there's April right there, the reporter. And this game came out in 93, so I guess for that time period, the NES is almost 10 years old, for Christ's sake. So it looks pretty good. And then we have the this game right here, Turtles in Time, for the Super Nintendo. It's a little bit loud. What the hell's going on here? And the introduction is definitely really, really fancy. I never really played this game too much, as I always liked Manhattan Project. It was definitely my go-to game for Ninja Turtles. 16-bit consoles really did a good job at, cartoony-looking graphics, and anything like The Lion King or any Disney games or Ninja Turtle games, for that matter, always looked really, really good on 16-bit consoles. And look, there's more balls. Alright, so we're going to play one player. There's your select screen right here. It looks a little bit more fancier. Check that out. And before we go into the game, you have a little bit of a introduction right here. And what the hell was that? The whole Statue of Liberty disappeared. We got a Shredder on the screen right there, laughing his ass off, and he's basically just stole the Statue of Liberty. And what the hell kind of crap is that? And Splinter right there in the center. And right away, the controls definitely feel more responsive in this game. It's definitely more fast-paced. It's really cool that you can see New York in the background. Look at that. There's that. Once again, we get more balls. The big ball is a common enemy. Yeah, let's see if we can walk around that ball. I wonder how many games the ball has appeared in. Now, this time, the ball actually works in my favor because they actually crushed the Foot Clan. It's absolutely nothing worse but dying at the hand of a giant ball. I mean, look at that. I'm gonna be honest, I never actually really played too much of this game before because, back when I was younger, I had NES all the way up to like 98. So I skipped over 16-bit consoles. I only played 16-bit consoles. What the hell's that? At maybe a friend's house or something like that. Or maybe when it was on display inside of a store. Look at the ass on that forehead. One thing that's really cool is when you flick the Foot Clan towards the foreground of the screen, you can actually see them flying towards you, and that's actually pretty awesome. It gives it that like a dimension that separates a regular 2D beat 'em up and this game right here, because it kind of adds like an extra dimension to it. And that is Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. It's actually a pretty good game. And supposedly it's probably one of the best, according to a lot of Turtle fans who play Turtle games. So yeah, this game's, by popular demands, probably one of the better games, if not the best. So let's check out a few other Turtle games. Now here's Tournament Fighters. Pretty much the same game that was on the NES, but it's a 16-bit version, the Super Nintendo version, and you can definitely tell a big difference. It definitely has that Street Fighter 2 look to it. Oh yeah, there's a big difference. You know, you have to get definitely more characters too, I believe. Look at that. And it looks like in the Tournament Edition, you get a little introduction before you start the game. Now on the NES version, I did not play the Tournament Edition. I played regular versus, so it may be on the NES version as well, but I'm not certain. So it definitely looks like something like a Street Fighter 2 knockoff. Well, I'm pretty okay with that. I'm pretty much definitely okay with that, because you have Street Fighter 2. Oh yeah, the controls are pretty much close to Street Fighter 2. Yeah, they're very similar to Street Fighter 2. The controls, and the graphics are really cool. I definitely approve this game. This game is actually interesting. I'm getting my ass kicked right now, because I'm pretty much never played this game before. But this is a game I'll probably go back and check out, because I do enjoy playing a good fighter. And you know, what's better than having a decent fighter themed off of the Ninja Turtles? I mean, that's pretty cool. And here we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist on the Sega Genesis. And this is another probably heavily overlooked Turtles game. Usually it's the Super Nintendo Turtles game that steals all the thunder. But check this out. Awesome introduction, look at this. Very similar to Manhattan Project on the NES. And check that out. What a cool introduction. Look at that. Hyperstone Heist, and you have the city in the background. That is awesome looking. And once again, it's a very similar select screen. You know, pretty similar to what you saw in the SNES version. Let's choose a turtle. And once again, it looks like a very similar introduction to what you saw in the... look at that. It looks pretty much the same as what you saw in the SNES game. Manhattan's disappearing, what the hell. It almost seems that the Super Nintendo and Genesis games are based off the same exact story and timeline, but in different levels. I would probably say that the Sega Genesis introduction is a little bit more elaborate. It has a little bit more to it. You can actually see Shredder actually place the Statue of Liberty on like a makeshift model of Manhattan. That's actually pretty cool. And in this game you start off actually in the sewer, while the Super Nintendo version starts off above ground. And yeah, the controls feel really nice on this game too. Nice and responsive. And the graphics are definitely very nice, 16-bit graphics. With 16-bit graphics, they definitely look more closer to the real thing, like the actual real cartoon. Now remember, that was one of the big selling points of the Sega Genesis when it first came out. And you have pizza right here. You have more of these robot creatures. Maybe instead of Domino's and Pizza, it was Little Caesars this time. And there was also a few other Ninja Turtles games that came out afterwards on like Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color probably, and you know, probably DS, but I'm not going to review or demonstrate those because there's way too many. I think there's even one that came out on GameCube. So I'm just going to stick with pretty much the 8-bit and 16-bit games for now. And yeah, this game's not bad. I mean, you start off in the sewer, so once you get out of the sewer, it's going to be pretty much really decent game. I'm not really big on the sewer level, to be honest. Alright, we're on the streets. And it definitely looks a bit different than the Super Nintendo version. Background lacks detail that the Genesis is capable of. I'd probably say that the environment graphics look better a little bit on the Super Nintendo. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. You break the fire hydrant. Yeah, so this is Hyperstone Heist on the Sega Genesis. It's actually a pretty good game. It's not bad. So if you had a Genesis and you want a pretty decent Ninja Turtle game, this is definitely the one to get. It's actually pretty good. And last but not least, you had Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters on the Sega Genesis as well. Let's check this out. And the title screen definitely looked nicer on the Super Nintendo. I definitely will admit that. I'm usually a Genesis fanboy, but yeah, in this case, Super Nintendo wins. And yeah, check out that select screen right there. Pretty cool. Now, that's interesting. On the Super Nintendo version, I believe that the stages only took place in the United States. In this one, you can actually go to different planets. So here we are playing... Oh wow, I get my ass destroyed real quick. It definitely appears that this game is a little bit more tougher to play on the Genesis. You probably want to look at a manual before you play this game, because probably each turtle has a slightly different move set. It's based off of, I believe, Street Fighter moves, same as the Super Nintendo. But I don't think each turtle has the same exact moves. Oh look, there's actually an instant replay feature on this too. That's really cool. It's like way ahead of its time. Despite that, this game does appear to be a real prick. It's like super hard. It's really strange that the Super Nintendo version is so much easier than to figure out how to perform moves. Got one move in right there. This Casey Jones clone, guys, he's a complete asshole. It's like difficulty levels on a complete prick mode. If Game & Palooza had a prick Hall of Fame, he'd be in it. Yeah, so this game's not bad. The Super Nintendo version, I was pulling off a little bit more moves. That was pretty cool. I don't know what the hell. Whoa. Okay, so I'm getting used to it. And I just beat him! Yeah! Take that, you son of a bitch. Nothing feels better than beating a prick. Yeah, I like this game. This game's pretty cool. Street Fighter 2 with Ninja Turtles is awesome. So if you're a fan of like whoa, yeah, take that. How you like that, huh? If you're a fan of like World Heroes or Street Fighter 2, yeah, this game, this is probably you must play through it at least once. Especially if you like Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna have to check this out.